Excuse me. Do you see my screen now?
Yes po.
Okay po. Okay, let's solve problem number 1. So problem number 1, ano ba to? Diba? Problem number 1 says that it is a collision bulkhead that is triangular in shape. The maximum breadth of the bulkhead is 14 meters and its height is 12 meters. Then, as a result of the collision, the forepeak tank gets ruptured and seawater enters the tank to a sounding of 9 meters. Calculate the thrust or the force on the bulkhead. So, we say that's example of a vertical submersion. So, when we say bulkhead, may nagtanong sa akin ano naman yung bulkhead. Third year na kayo ha, dapat alam nyo na yun. Yun yung mga subdivisions sa barko natin na nagpo-protect ng isang section. Na example, cargo hold. So if there are sections nagse-separate ng cargo hold, yun yung tinatawag na bulkheads. So bulkheads are very stiff material po na nasa barko natin. Siya po ang nagse-separate po ng malaking portion ng barko natin. So it says here that it is a collision bulkhead. When we say collision bulkhead, nasa four-peak tank po yun. So nasa four-part po yan ng barko. What if daw nag-ruptured or nabutasan to? So it's para po siyang vertically submerged with water. So nakapasok po dito ang seawater. Pag nabutasan po siya, it is ruptured and seawater will came. So, when we say sounding, again, sounding is just a draft or kung sa oil po yan, yun po yung laman ng oil sa isang tangke. So, again, hindi mo siya madediretsyong isosolve kasi po magkaiba ang breadth ng triangle. Kaya madami pa ding nagkakamali dito. Paulit-ulit na lang po tayo dito. So, 14 meters po yan. And then, yung depth ng isang collision bulkhead is 12 meters. So, hindi mo siya kaagad masosolve ang breadth. Kailangan kasi natin ng area dito. So, yan, kailangan natin siyang i-ratio and proportion. So, 9 meters po ang sounding or ang laman po ng, na-occupy po ng seawater sa loob ng tangke. So, let's find out what is our breadth at 9 meters sounding or 9 meters draft. Hindi po siya masasabing draft kasi nasa loob po siya ng tangke. When you say draft, nasa labas po siya ng barko. So, 10.5 meters. So, ayun po. So, to find the force or the hydrostatic force or the thrust, so, kailangan mo lang ng specific weight which is equal to 1.025 tons per cubic meter. Sa atin po yan, sa ating PNA or sa Naval Architecture. And equivalent po dito sa ating fluid mechanics ay 9.81 or 62.4. Nakatans na po yan. Ang atin naman pong height, since wala naman pong barkong nakaganyan, triangle na baliktad, so of course, ganito po ang magiging ano na po. Tapos 1/3 po ang kanyang centroid or H-bar. 1/3 of 9. Ano po? That's H-bar. Ang area naman is 1/2 the base times height. Okay. Area ng triangle. 1/2 base is 10.5 and height is 9 meters. Okay po. Ganun lang po kasimple yan. That is 145.294 tons. Question po. That's 10 points po sa ating example number 2. A trapezoidal tank is floating in seawater with its top length 18 meters. Um, and yung base length 14 meters. So when we say trapezoidal, dalawa po ang length niya. Magkaiba po yung kanyang length po sa taas and magkaiba po ang length niya sa baba. So longitudinal view lang po natin yan ha. Yan, 18.8 sa taas, then yung base length is 14. The top width is 7 meters. Ito po, 7 meters. And the draft is 2.4. So the tank has a CB of 0.66K. Kailangan tong CB para sa volume. Calculate the buoyant force of the tank in tons. When we say buoyant force, that is just equal to the weight. So summation of forces up and down, weight is equal to the buoyant force. Or it says here that the volume submerged is equal to the volume displaced. So kung ano yung formula ng weight, ganun din po ang formula ng buoyant force. So buoyant force is equal to the specific weight times the volume. So volume ng trapezoid. Po, kung ano yung formula ng weight, ganun din po ang formula ng buoyant force kasi equal lang po siya. Buoyant force, ang buoyant force lang po ay nagbabase po sa displaced water. Okay? So meaning yan po yung weight ng object pag nasa pag nasa dagat or pag naka-float po siya sa water. So when we say weight, that's the total weight of the ship pag nasa air po siya. So again, that's 1.025 tons per cubic meter. That's the specific weight na ginagamit natin pag siya ay salt water. And if alam nyo na po ang volume ng ng trapezoid, that is length 1 plus length 2 over 2 times the 7 meters speed times 2.4 na draft. Okay? Then, don't forget to multiply with the CB, 0.668 because binigyan na po nga tayo ng CB. Since ito po ay hindi po siya box. So, yun. If you multiply na po yan, nagkakaroon tayo ng 188.649 tons. Do not forget to multiply the CB since CB is always L times brake times draft times CB. Pero ito ay pang box lang po. But we are looking for the volume of the trapezoid, which is the L1 plus L2 over 2 times the brake times the draft. Okay po? Next. Okay, madami pa din nagkakamali dito. Determine the range of stability. Hindi po yan 90 ha. So, alam po natin hindi yan 90. So, kung may nagsagot man yan ng 90, minamalian ko na. When we say range of stability, that's the positive intact stability or the positive writing levers. So, from here, so, ina-accept ko lang dito ay 18 to 89 or 17 to 89 degrees. Okay? Wala pong 15. Obvious na hindi naman yan 15. Pwede po 19 to 89. Basta hindi po yan 90. Pwede din 88. So, the angle of vanishing stability is ito pong 89. May nagsagot dito, 90. Pero ang angle of vanishing stability is 89. Ano yun? So, mali pa din yun. So, kung ano yung last part ng range of stability, yun din yung angle of vanishing stability. And this is the range of stability po. Yung positive GC. Next, the maximum GC. Ito po yun. The maximum GC occurs at 0.25 meters. Okay, at 50 degree angle. Actually, ito pala yun. Ito. Then, kung ano yung 4 din, ito din yung ginagamit natin sa 4 mamaya. Determine the approximate GM. So, since nag-start ang curve sa negative GC, so, yung ating tangent line ay mag-start din sa baba. Okay? Kung ano yung point dito, tsaka yung 57.3, connect. So, ang basa po dito is, natanggap lang po ako ng negative, hindi po siya exact dito, pero negative 0.15 meters. Negative po, bawal po ang sagot na positive. Kasi nasa baba po siya ng GZ curves. So, negative 0.14, check lang din po yun. So, what is the angle of LOL? So, the angle of LOL, ang intersection between, ay yung alternating point wherein nag-shift ang graph from negative to positive GZ levels. Ito po yun ang angle of LOL. And that's 17 or 18 degrees. So, hindi lang po siya exact yung value. Okay po. So, next, if the shape has a 75 meters, 10 meters, and 7 meters deep dimensions, floating at 5.5 meters the quarter, SG of 1.022, and the CP is 0.92, and the CM is 0.89. Find the dynamical stability when the shape is held at 60 degrees. Use the correct GC table above. So, use this one. When we say 6, ano ba? 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So, kailangan lang natin kunin ang area dito. So, pinapahirapan ng iba yung kanilang sagot. Gamit pa din sila ng second rule. Pero chinekan ko naman yung gumamit ng second rule as long as tama yung kaniyang CI and tama yung kaniyang summation of GZ. So, yun, chinekan ko naman siya. May mga discrepancy lang po sa sagot, pero alam ko yung namang sagot na yun. May gumamit kasi ng second rule. Pwede naman siyang 1, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. 1, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 1. Pwede naman po. Basta tama yung coefficient ng CI. Okay. So, that's 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So, 0. Kinopya ko lang ha. So, again, you can use this one. Huwag niyong kalimutan po ang 0. 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1. So, ang sagot po dito, multiply lang po ang summation of GZ po yan, 2.16. Po, multiply, alam niyo na po yan, multiply dito. So, area is just 1/3, that's the coefficient of first rule, times CI. Ang CI dito is 10 degrees naman po siya, di ba? Divide lang natin ng 57.3, convert to radian po yan, times 2.16 meters. No need to multiply by 2. Kasi nga po, ito ay isang graph lang or isang parabola lang po siya. Hindi po tayo nag-solve ng water plane area. Isang graph lang po yan. 0.1256 meter rad. So may area na po tayo from 0 to 60. So to find the dynamical stability, i-multiply na po sa mass displacement times area. Ang atin namang mass displacement dyan, so pinapahirapan ko lang po kayo dyan. So that's 75 meters times 10 meters. The length, the breadth, and the draft. The draft is 5.5 meters times the density, which is 1.002, and times the CB. So to find the value of CB, ang CB po dyan is, di ba, CP. So CP is equal to CB over CM. So CB is equal to CP times CM. Okay? So CP times CM, which is equal to CB. Gets po yan? So CP is 0.92 and CM is 0.89. So the mass displacement is equal to 3457.8561 tons. So yun, 3457.8561 tons times 0.1256 meter rad. So the dynamical stability is equal to 433.741 tons meter. So pag nagamit kayo ng ano dito, second rule, 3/8 na to. Okay? And then, ang nalabas kasi pag second rule, nasa 420 lang. 426, something. Chinekan ko naman, basta tama lang dito ang process to find the summation of GC. Again, do not forget the formula of CP, that's CB over CM. To find the CB, lagi po tayo nagmumultiply ng CB pag hindi po siya box. So, huwag nyo siyang kalimutan. Pag box, lagi po yung mayroon tayong CB. Pag shape, mayroon po lagi ng CB. So, to find the CB, that's CP times CM. Kaya po may value tayo ng CP and CM to find the value of our CB. So, yun, the mass displacement, and then i-multiply po sa ating area. Question? Okay. So, dito naman, di ko na siya buong sasagutan since alam nyo pa ang process dito at mahaba po ang process niyan. And may nagtataka kung bakit negative lahat ng sagot dito. Actually, nagkamali lang din po ako ng given. Pero kung ano man yung binigay ko and kung ano man yung kalalabasan ng pagtingin nyo dito sa ating graph, yun din po dapat ang nasa table ninyo. So, the rating levers, ito po yung KN curve. So, ito po yung magiging inyong submission or output from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 to 90. So, sa inyo ay 15, di ba? So, ito po yung output ninyo, ang KN over the displacement na isasubmit nyo sa Thursday. So, gagamitin po yan para malaman natin ang ating mga GZ curves. Okay? So, yun. Isi-select mo lang ang 4,000 talaga. Hindi pa marunong mag-solve nito. Yan. Titingnan mo lang dito sa right side ang mga values na yan. And since ito ay Km is equal to GZ kasi ang ano natin dito, Kn, kg sin theta. Okay po. Since ang given po ay Kn. So, for example, 0 pa naman to. Example, at 10 degrees, the Kn as dito is 1.2. Ito po yung ating nakikita ang Kn. And then 1.2 times sine 10 is equal to 1.389. Then the GC therefore is Kn minus kg sine theta. And we have kg na 8 meters. So Kn 1.2 minus 8 times sine 10. So negative 0.189 meters. Lahat po dito negative. So again, nagkamali lang po ako sa bigay na displacement. Kaya po nag-negative po siya. At kung ano man yung kalalabasan ng pagtingin ninyo sa graph, yun din po ang chine-check. So actually, it's not normal that you can see the graph na pa down. May sadyang positive po yan. Ang dami pong nagkamali dito kasi positive po ang nakita nila. Okay. Yun po, yun lang naman po. First is to locate the displacement and then ilolocate mo from the left side ang values ng Kn. And then you need to find the kg sin theta para makuha natin ang corrected GZ. So to find the corrected GZ, isa-subtract mo lang sa Kn. So Kn, the values that you have seen here in the graph minus the kg sin theta. The kg is 8 meters. The sin theta will depend upon the values of your degrees. So, Kn minus kg sin 10, Kn minus 8 times sin 10, Kn minus 8 times sin 20. Ano po? Let's have here. So the answer for this one, which ship has the largest beam? So again, letter C. Pag malaki po ang range of stability and malaki po ang kanyang GZ, meaning malaki po ang kanyang beam. So ganun din po pag malaki po ang kanyang GZ at malaki ang kanyang range of stability, malaki po ang kanyang freeboard. And since magkabaliktad ang freeboard sa draft, so which ship has the largest draft? So pag malaki ang draft, edi pinakamaliit ang freeboard. So pag malaki ang draft, maliit ang freeboard. So pag maliit ang freeboard, meaning maliit din ang kanyang range of stability and yung kanyang maximum GC. So the answer for the number 3 is A. So answer is CCA. Do not forget this one kasi nasa board exam po ito. So again, pag malaki ang kanyang range of stability, malaki ang kanyang beam, malaki din kanyang freeboard. And since opposite ang freeboard sa draft, kung malaki ang freeboard, maliit din yung draft. Okay? So, pag malaki ang draft, meaning maliit ang kanyang range of stability and yung kanyang maximum GC. Last one na ata. Yun po. Madali lang po ito. Then, yung iba po doon ay hindi po nagagamitan ng shortcut po doon sa calculator. Kung sa calculator man lang, dapat yung dalawang variable lang po ang i-consider to find the interpolation. So, draft is equal to 6 meters, 7 meters. Ang hinahanap ko ay 7.3 meters. Then, may value po tayo ng mass displacement, 8421, 10,900. Then, ito po ang hinahanap. Then, meron po tayong TPC given 25.3, 26, 26.10. So, ang maaaring ano natin dito is yung draft. Since po ang draft natin sa hydrostatic ay draft versus the parameters. So, ang parameters, ito po yung mga parameters. Okay? Constant po kasi ang draft na nasa left side. So, dapat nandito po yung draft. So, 7 meters minus 7.3 over 7 minus 8 equal to 10,900 minus x over 10,900 minus 13,700. So, the value of x here is 11,740 tons. So again, ang magiging basehan po natin dito ay draft. Lagi pong present ang draft dito since po ay constant po siya doon sa ating hydrostatic. And then ano po yung hindi constant? Yung mga parameters or variables. Ito yung mga sinusukat natin. So ayun lang naman po. So that's total 100. So actually, ang wrong lang ni Rad dito ay yung graph. Ito po, mali ang kanyang graph kasi parang konti lang dito. Pero tama ang kanyang table. Question po. So magbibigay pa ako ng sample problems dito. And magsisilbi yung p-set natin. So, antay na lang po kayo. Wala pong tanong? Okay. Wait po. Asan na? Next is yung ating building and permeability. Saan kaya yun? Okay po. So that's page 52 of your manual. So actually, this introductory lesson ay sa inyong na po siya, damage stability. But we need to discuss this one para naman mayroon na kayong idea kung ano yung mangyayari sa inyo damage stability, which is next to this subject, intact stability. So when we say intact stability, yung ship natin ay sinusolve natin yung kanyang condition, yung kanyang stable, pagkaka-stable, pag intact po siya or hindi po siya sira. Okay? Or wala pa siyang damage. When we say damage stability, which is your next SEM, kung papasa kayo dito sa subject ko, is i-compute po natin yung stability ng ship natin or the condition of the ship pag siya ay na damage or ano yung mga klaseng damage, yung na-ruptured or pag nabutasan po siya. Yun yung pagkakaibahan ng intact stability sa damage stability. So ito po yung introductory or first lesson ng damage stability. So there is a term called bilging. Bilging is said to occur when ingress of water takes place into the vessel from a point below the water line. So meaning that yun lang po ang ibig sabihin ng bilging, meaning nabutasan po yung barko natin. So when a vessel floats in still water, it raises its own weight of water. So shows a box shape. Example, floating at the water line, the weight of the vessel is considered to act downwards through the G. Then the center of gravity. The force of the buoyancy is also equal to the W and acts upward through B. So the center of buoyancy. Now let an empty compartment amidships be hold or nabutasan below the water line to such an extent that the water may flow freely into and out of the compartment. A vessel hold in this way is said to be bilge. So ano pong mangyayari pag nabutasan po yung ating barko? Ano po yung possible na mangyayari? Lalong-lalo na po sa draft natin. So pag nabutasan yung draft natin, ay yung barko natin, papasukan po yan ng tubig. So, since mapapasukan ng tubig ang loob ng barko or tangke, so mag-i-increase po ang ating draft. So, to formulate the formula, so that's the volume of the lost buoyancy. So, meaning kung ano yung napasukan, kung ano yung displaced water na nasa loob or yung nasa loob na water sa tangke or nasa barko that's the volume of the lost buoyancy. Since ang buoyancy is opposite po sa weight. So pag nadagdagan ng weight sa loob, that's the loss of buoyancy over the area of the intact water plane. So again, that's the volume of the water inside over the area of the ship minus the area of the water inside. So that's the formula for the increase of draft. So increase of draft sa amidship pa po tayo. So on Thursday, we will discuss what will happen if nabutasan yung barko natin sa nasa forward part or nasa aft part of the compartment kasi hindi naman po madalas nasa midship. So again, that's the volume of the lost or the area of the ship minus the area of the lost. Let's have an example. Ito na lang po number 1. So a box-shaped vessel is 50 meters. Box-shape po tayo ha kasi mahirap to pag ship shape. And it's floating on an even keel draft 4 meters. A compartment is amidships 10 meters long. Ito po, compartment or tanke. And it's empty. Find the increase of draft if this tank is bilge or if it is hold. So what if nag-rupture po ang isang tangka dito? What will happen to the draft? So of course, the draft will increase. So to find the value of the increase of draft, kailangan po ng volume of the lost buoyancy. That's 10 meters. Since pag napasukan to, of course, mapupuno po talaga tong compartment na to. So the volume of the lost buoyancy is equal to the total volume of this compartment. So that's 10 times the breathe. So wala po siyang binanggit na breathe, pero makakancel po natin na later on, since the breadth of the vessel and the breadth of the compartment is equal. So nakatingin po kayo dito sa taas ha, o ito po ay half breadth plan or full breadth plan. Okay? So that's breadth times 4 meters draft. So again, pag nabutasan po yung barko natin ng isang compartment, mapupuno po talaga yan. So that's the area of the ship, that's 50 times B. Okay? Area of the ship minus the area of the compartment or area of the lost buoyancy. So meaning 10 times B. Magka-cancel po yung B dyan. So pag cancel ang B, the increase of draft is 1 meter. So the new draft is 1 meter plus 4. That's 5 meters. Okay po. How about this one? It's an application of the properties of ship when it is built. So a box ship vessel, 150 meters long, 20 or meters wide, 12 meters deep, and is floating 5 meters draft. The GM is 0.9. Compartment amidships 20 meters long, and it's empty. Find the GM, the new GM, if this compartment is built. Okay, first is you need to know the first ano yung mga KB, ano yung mga kg pag hindi pa siya butas. So, old KB, ano po yun? Yung intact pa yun, wala pang butas. So, that's one half of the draft, that's 2.5. Then the old BM, again, BM na, hindi pa naputasan ng barko. That's B squared over 12D, that's 9.6. So, we can calculate the KM. So, KM is KB plus BM. So, that's 12.1. And then the old GM is given, which is 0.9. So meaning, KM minus the old GM na wala pang butas is 11.2 ang kg na wala pa siyang butas. So next, anong gagawin natin? So aalamin muna natin ang increase of draft. So since nagbabase ang ating formula like KB and BM sa value ng draft, so aalamin natin ang new draft. So to find the new draft, kailangan mo natin kunin ang increase of draft. So the increase of draft is equal to the volume of the lost buoyancy, which is 20 meters length of the compartment times 24 meters breadth of the ship, because the breadth of the ship is equal to the breadth of the compartment since ito po ay box vessel times the 5 meters draft. So again, pag nabutasan yung isang compartment, pupunuin po yan isang draft. So the area of the ship is 150 meters long and the breadth 24 meters minus the area of the lost buoyancy, which is 20 times 24. So if you calculate that one, the increase of draft is 0.77. Then the increase of draft is equal to 5 meters, which is the old draft, plus the increase of draft. Nakaroon tayo ng 5.77 meters. Again, nagbabase po ang formula ng KB and BM sa value ng draft since po ay 1/2 draft and B squared over 12D. So papalitan lang po natin ang old draft from 5 meters to 5.77. So solve for the new KB with the situation that the ship is old or bilge. So 1/2 times 5.77 is 2.89. The new BM naman, the same pa din ang breadth, B squared over 12 times D. Pero magkaiba ang draft, which is 5.77. The answer is 8.32. To add that one, you'll get Km. So Km is 2.89 plus 8.32. That's 11.2. The value of Kg is equal to 11.2. The new Gm is 0.01. Di ba nung sabi ko, ang Kg at yung ay nagbabago lang siya because of loading. Kg tsaka yung Km, GM. But the value of our KB and BM ay magbabase po siya kung magbabago din po ang kanyang ang particulars ng shape, lalo na po doon sa breadth and sa draft. Okay? So, constant po ang value ng ating kg dito. Since wala pong nangyayaring loading and discharging, ang nangyari lang po dito is nag-iba ang ating draft because of the bilge part. So, kung ano yung new Km, isa-subtract natin sa value ng Kg. That's the new Gm. Constant po ang Kg dito. So, next na po nito ay sa ating next time na po. But permeability is just the amount of water that can enter a compartment or tank if it is bilge. So, example natin last is wala po siyang laman ang ating tangke. Okay, wala po siyang laman. Meaning, pag wala pong laman yung ating tangke, or tangke lang po siya mismo, pag nabutasan po siya, ang papasok na tubig ay 100%. No, 100% po ang papasok na tubig sa tangke. Meaning, the permeability here is 0. Okay? Magkakaroon lang po tayo ng value ng permeability pag may laman ang tangke. Like example, meron tayong mga bato-bato pa dyan, malaking bato. So the more merong laman ang isang tangke, pag nabutasan siya, malaki din po ang kanyang permeability. So example, pag nabutasan ang empty compartment, baliktad pa lang. Ayun. So, pag empty compartment pala or walang laman yung isang tangke, ang kanyang permeability is 100%. Okay? Example, Pag example naman, engine room. Di ba, ano po yung nasa laman kaya ng engine room? Laman ng engine room ay mga machineries, di ba? Mga diesel engines, ano pa kaya, mga compressors, ano po. So, paano pag nabutasan yung engine room? So, pag nabutasan yung engine room, meron pang space doon. So, meron pang space doon na hindi na-occupy ng water. So, therefore, yung value ng space doon is 80% or 85%. So, yun lang po ang na-occupy lang ng water pag nabutasan yung isang engine room. Okay po. So, example lang po ito. So, permeability is the amount of water na pwedeng mapasukan ng isang tangke. So, pag 100% permeability, meaning wala pong laman ng isang compartment pag nabutasan. So, pag the lesser the permeability, meaning madami po ang laman ng tangke. Gets na po ba yun? So, the formula there is the broken stowage over the stowage factor. So, we will discuss this further next time. So, idadagdag lang po siya doon sa formula natin, which is imo-multiply lang po siya. Ito po yung permeability, imo-multiply po natin siya sa lost buoyancy. So, that's the increase of draft equal to the permeability times the volume of the lost over the area of the ship minus the permeability times the area of the lost buoyancy. So, meaning magmamultiply po tayo ng permeability sa mga compartments na nabutasan. Okay po. So, hanggang doon lang muna tayo. Question po. So, consultation will still be, pwede po siyang gawin sa Thursday. But meron po tayong discussion again sa Thursday, building compartments at for and end compartments po. Yun po discussion natin sa Thursday. Then, the permeability also. How about sa OJT, okay na po ba? Hindi pa kasi nag-reply yung iba. Maghanap na po kayo ha ng placement sa OJT. Attendance mo pala. You are my spirit.